In Fort Worth, Texas, a single mother of 4 girls calls the police 4 times. Finally, at 1:22 in the morning, December 14th, the police come out, do a report, they leave. Shortly after they leave, an intruder tries to get into an 8-year-old little girl's window and the mom shoots. And you won't believe this part. He's being evicted? Watch.
A Fort Worth woman who shot and killed a teenager she says was breaking into her rental home told us today how the incident has changed her life. Police have not filed charges for the shooting and they plan to submit the case for a grand jury review. Aaliyah Wallace talked exclusively with Fox 4's Sean Rabb, who joins us now live. Sean.
Aaliyah Wallace bought a gun to protect herself and her family, she tells me, after a rash of break-ins in her apartment. Those happened while she and her family were not at home. But on December 14th, twice that day, while she was home with her kids, someone tried to get in.
I was cleaning my living room, sweeping my floor, and I heard her window start going back up. So I went and I looked in the hallway, and I could see him standing at the window, lifting it up, and I just shot.
Gunshots that killed 14-year-old Devin Baker at the bedroom window of Aaliyah Wallace's 8-year-old daughter early morning, December 14th.
It's bothering me that he was a kid.
The incident happened not long after police left Wallace's home after responding to her 911 call about someone trying to break into her duplex.
So I called him at 1:22 a.m. We talked for like 30 minutes. They did a report, took pictures of everything, and then they left.
I believe there were reports that you had been burglarized or attempted burglaries before?
Yes, I have like 3 or 4 police reports before this night.
So what has happened since this incident?
The apartment called and told me that I was not supposed to have a gun at all, even though I kept calling them and telling them somebody was breaking in. They told me I could not have a gun and that I have 30 days to vacate.
And how does that make you feel?
Feel like I'm back at square one. I've been there for 6 years, so now I don't know what to do.
This case is going to the grand jury. It's a referral, as they call it, and they're going to let citizens decide. What do you want people to know about you, Aaliyah Wallace?
That I was only protecting my kids. I have 4 daughters. It's just me and my 4 daughters that stay there. I just was protecting my daughters.
How do you feel about what happened?
I'm devastated that he was 14. I hate that. I literally do, and I'm so sorry. But at that point, I had to think about my babies. I didn't know he was 14 when he was on the other side of that window. All I knew that somebody could come in here and hurt me or my kids. That's it.
So now Wallace lived in federally subsidized housing. We're seeking clarity on whether she can be evicted. She's concerned that if she is convicted, it would be difficult to find new housing for her and her 4 girls. We called the apartment complex today. The manager there told us to call the corporate office. We did so. The corporate office said, get your information from the local apartment complex.
I have a little girl. If somebody's trying to break into her window after 3-4 times I've called the police and they were just there, and this guy doesn't care, and he still tries to come in through my little girl's window, I'm just saying, the awful part about this is this kid was 14 years old. We have a whole parenting issue that I could get into, but I'm not going to. But what is a 14-year-old doing out at 1:22 or later in the morning? What's heart-wrenching about this is that the mother, of course she feels awful that the kid was 14. As the video states, she didn't know he's 14 when he's standing at the window trying to break in to the window of an 8-year-old little girl. I mean, that's so awful. My heart breaks for her that she still, as a mother, is just heartbroken over the fact that this kid was just 14. You know, it's interesting to me that you don't hear a lot about self-defense in this. This is absolutely self-defense, not only for her and for her 4 babies. But again, as we always say, the gun is the ultimate equalizer, and that's exactly what happens here. Who knows what happens? Who knows? You know, the report doesn't say how big this 14-year-old kid was, but who knows what happens if he actually gets into the house and she doesn't have a weapon to defend herself, you know? And here's the thing is, with defensive gun use, that's all we law-abiding Americans are asking for, is just let us have weapons so we can defend ourselves from those who try once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times to try to get into our homes or try to just do wrong to law-abiding citizens. Where are all these people that are always talking about women's empowerment and women, you know, can do everything a man can do, this, that, and the other. Well, where's all the praise for this woman for defending her family? I'm not saying praise for what happened to the 14-year-old. That's awful. No matter which way you slice it, that's awful. But where are all these people that want to empower women to protect themselves, to arm themselves so that these situations don't become worse than this? This could have been, you know, she had 4 daughters in the house. Who knows what this kid was looking to do or could have done or has done in the past? Government housing or not, you have a right to defend yourself. The Constitution did not say you have the right to bear arms unless you live in government housing, unless you live in an apartment, unless you live here, unless you live there. You have the right to legally obtain and own a firearm to defend you, yourself, your family, your friends, or against tyranny of government. Do we know anything about that? And as we always say, you are your own first responder. The police was called. As soon as the police left is when this intruder tried to get into the house. So she did what she did, which is she responded to her own situation as best as she could, you know? So get yourself some protection in the form of a gun, get yourself some training, know how to use it, know how to store it, and also get yourself some protection like USCCA. This lady, I don't know her financial situation, I don't know any of that, but honestly, USCCA is worth it because it'll help you get protection, lawyers to help you work through these kinds of situations after a shoot, and that way they can try to help you and further explain your rights and what you can and can't do legally to help you not only retain your right, but also maybe keep you out of jail. USCCA, you have to protect yourself. Again, it's so important. As much as you train with your guns and have weapons, please get yourself some insurance. They don't pay me to say this. They don't promote my channel. They don't do anything for me. But it's so important to have insurance of this kind so that in a bind, they can help you locally and know your local laws, your state laws, and you can be prepared for anything that happens as best as you can anyway. Don't forget to go to Ambitious Faith and check out some of this merchandise we got. These shirts in different colors, red, black, white, blue, really any color you can think of. And the leather patches here on this hat. And as always, click, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your insight is. And you know, I got broad shoulders, I can handle it. So thank you for watching. Have a great day.